So, just in this past weekend, the TikTok community has been very upset and with good reason. So, roll the clip.
According to him, he's been trying to break into the modeling industry for about 7 years and they will not let him. This could be why. He also said this, and keep in mind that he's talking to a child in this next clip.
Yeah, you love being on your knees. Land on your feet. A man lands on his feet. Girls get on their knees.
Not to mention his Twitter rants about how Africans deserve to go through slavery because they weren't strong. As stated before, he's not a model, but this is what he does for a living. This is his GoFundMe, and this is his GoFundMe, and these are his Amazon wish lists. Now, I'm not sure if his comments are turned off on his main account, but he does have a backup account as well.
So basically what happened is this guy, Rathekendoll, got caught saying a bunch of anti-LGBT stuff, talking to like a little kid and telling them to get down on their knees. And people are really, really upset. So obviously, like, people are mad. And he decided that he wanted to say, oh, it was all a social experiment. And I just wanted to talk about, like, what is basically pretty privilege.
This video is for any of my followers or anybody that stumbles in from the For You page that happens to follow Rathekendoll. Now, TW, I am going to share some screenshots. And on top of the stuff that I am bringing to light, please watch Budget Jason Statham's video on it. This is his video, go watch it. So from Jason's video, you can see that he's against trans people. He does not like the LGBTQ community, saying they shouldn't exist. The following screenshots are from a friend of mine, from the kink community. For privacy's sake, her name is blurred. She went to his DMs and asked, you came up in conversation and someone said not to follow you because you told someone to themselves in your live the other day. To which he responded, it definitely was me. I have a small amount of tolerance for people. What I find interesting is when people think I'm nice because of the way I look. AKA I'm pretty, so no one's gonna think I'm a piece of shit. Do I say that type of thing all the time? Yes. Do I mean it? Yes. Having said that, my purpose is global. Beep. I've joined one of his lives before. He was really on his live promoting anorexia, saying no uglies here. Rawl, you're a piece of shit.
So clearly the situation goes a bit deeper than we thought it did.
He made violently sexual remarks to a child several times on a live stream. Also said that gay and trans people shouldn't exist. So there's that. My video was taken down in 10 minutes.
Man lands on his feet. Girls get on their knees.
Makes you a shitty person. So maybe he doesn't deserve all those followers or even to be on this app. Also, his Instagram has his sponsors. I wonder if they share his views. Maybe everyone should message them and ask.
So once we hit this point, he actually started coming out with an excuse on what he did and why he did it.
So it was basically a social experiment for me.
Wow, that's real fucking neato there, bro. Hey, I don't know when your last experimental design class was, but I think you slept through the part where they talked about like ethics involving children and how whenever you have a question, step one is to figure out what real scientists are doing to answer that question. You might have just stumbled on any one of these 5 different research papers, all detailing out how beauty and morality get mixed up in the brain. Would have answered that question for you really quick. You wouldn't have had to act like a pervert in front of a child. But since you're more interested in just...
So, to my channel, to be true to it, I wanted to talk about the psychology of what we call pretty privilege. The studies this person cited are specifically on the confusion between morality and attractiveness. So that is to say, most of these studies resulted in the observation that the more attractive someone is, the more good we expect them to be. But there is also a possibility that we find them less than trustworthy, which is an interesting concept as well when it comes to this kind of situation. In a study done by Smith College, in 2014, they titled Attractiveness Privilege, the Unearned Advantages of Physical Attractiveness. It shows that we do think they are more inherently good, more inherently trustworthy, and this could possibly be just to our background, but also our socialization, like movies where villains are shaped a certain way and people are bad because they're ugly and so on.
Everything that is circulating at the moment was pre-planned. I do really love trolling people, especially trolling people on my...
Woo! So I'm not saying that this dude is a narcissist, but woo! Me as a narcissist, I feel a little gaslit. For TikTok purposes, this is satire. Let's just say he is a narcissist. When we get caught as narcissists, we come up with the most wild, fantastical stories possible that some people just might believe. Like if you catch a narcissist like texting somebody else of the opposite sex, like, hey, why are you texting this person? Like, look, I thought it was a setup. I was just texting this person because I thought it was you. I thought you had something to do with it. I wasn't going to go any further than that. As you can see, look at the messages I sent. Textbook gaslighting. And he right though, like when you look a certain type of way, you can get away with shit like that.
So he does go on to clarify his point that you can get away with a lot of stuff when you look like that. But as a lot of us think, it's probably made up. People keep trying to talk about cancel culture, but this is a situation where it's kind of gross and it's kind of deserved.
We're being heard. Raw is losing sponsorships. That means we're hitting him exactly where we need to.
His goal is just about money, and he doesn't care about
And it's privileged view.
No, fucking no. You're not gonna gaslight an entire community because you're trying to backpedal out of this bullshit. What a planned PR series that was. You are getting shit on this app, and you deserve it. And now that people are contacting your sponsors and affecting your financial situation, now it's time to make a series. I don't think so. It was not a one-off or a two-off video social experiment. It was many clips. And there's no social experiment in the world that can justify the way that you were talking to that child. I normally don't get pissed off in my videos, but we are not going to let this shit go. Textbook narcissism.
While I generally try not to speculate upon narcissism in social media because I think it all kind of requires a certain level of it, this may be a situation where it is indeed the case. Going from all the information that we have here, he then decided to make a video with his roommate, and just, I'll let you look at it for yourselves.
Wait, can we take a look at the best friend's face? Every girl and gay guy knows that look. That's the bitch, you know he lying. You know he telling a story. What he's saying ain't the 100% truth. It's the bitch you already know what's going down. Look for me.
Yeah, I mean, you see it. This is the type of situation where cancel culture is doing its job and doing it well.
Please do not ever tag me in this homophobic, racist piece of crap human being. There's people I don't tolerate, and I do not tolerate racists. I do not tolerate homophobes. I do not tolerate transphobia. He's human garbage, human filth, and it's a psychopath.
I have a lot of problems with use of the term psychopath. I think it stigmatizes those with antisocial personality disorder. As well, you can just be an asshole. You do not have to be considered a psychopath. And I know it's used colloquially, but it is kind of a pet peeve and it is frustrating to me. But yeah, basically going back to it, he said he was trolling and people are believing it.
There's a lot to unpack with this comment. Let's start with this one. How come the only people that use the term sheep are the ones that believe super obvious lies? Riddle me that. Also, for the sake of argument, let's just assume this is true and this was some sort of social experiment. I don't know if you know this, but being a troll isn't a personality trait. You guys are like, nah, it's perfectly fine. He was being a dick on purpose. Oh, wow, then everything's perfectly fine now. You're an idiot. If this was a social experiment, it sure didn't last very long. He was like, homophobia. Whoa, guy, don't do that. It was all social experiment.
Basically, no one believes him, and now that he's losing money, he's trying to backpedal really hard.
All I'm saying is that if it was a social experiment, he wasn't very committed. Even though he probably should be. I bet a psychiatrist could help. Still
don't like these jokes. Think they're ableist. You don't go to the psych ward to recover from being an asshole, in my personal opinion, but, you know, I only have so many credentials.
Was it part of your social experiment to hide all your bigotry in your live? This dude went straight up Donald Trump 40 chess on us. You see, I knew someone was going to record my live, so that's why I said super creepy things to children. It's not because... Fact! Nah, you're just gross. It's super difficult being a model when you're this handsome. Imagine it's super difficult to break into the fashion industry being a homophobe. When you think like 90% of an industry shouldn't exist, I imagine they don't take kindly to that. But that's just speculation. The sad part is that there's people out there that actually believe this guy. And I would put money on the fact that 99% of them are just Donald Trump supporters that agreed with everything he said at the beginning, and now they're just like, oh, it's just an act. Sitting in their man caves calling us sheep while they believe this bullshit.
So a lot of people who had either duetted him or stitched his videos, which are two different things you can do on TikTok, they have recently come out saying, like, you know, I don't support this guy. This behavior is not okay. And that's been awesome. The response has been great. But we still have a long way to go because I'm not sure what we need to do to kind of stop this. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of problematic people on TikTok. I think maybe a big part is that we need to learn that just because you are good looking does not mean you're a good person. And bad people deserve to lose things.
Many people often don't realize
that you make straight guys feel a certain way. Because if my future girlfriend cheats on me with you, I'd be jealous of her. Never mind, you can keep her.
So after making this video, people actually found out that he was a transphobe, homophobe, and that all to my attention via the comment section. And trust me, I do not support those things whatsoever. And I left this video up because I realized, oh my gosh, I learned so much about it in the comment section, so I want other people to learn about it as well. What I failed to realize is that not everybody looks at comments. And what I also failed to realize is that I could just use my platform to talk about him real quick. On his live, he's basically saying that LGBTQ shouldn't exist. Trans women are just men, and something about a child that I don't want to say here. So yeah, I'm really sorry about the way I handled that situation. I thought I was doing the right thing, but you guys showed me that there's a way better way of doing it, and I really appreciate that.
I do think this video is actually someone owning up to their mistakes and changing what they did and making sure that they speak on their own platform. And I think that's awesome.
Just wanted you to know that this is my partner, Andrew.
No, he didn't bring in the homeboy to co-sign the lies.
Someone in the comments said he pulled a Kevin Spacey on us and it made me laugh.
But is this still not triangulation and gaslighting to the fullest extent? Like, goodness gracious, is this not like a flying monkey to the fullest extent? Like I said, I am a narcissist, so I know, like, it's always like when we make up these like fantastical stories and stuff like that, it's always better to bring somebody in to co-sign it. It's like, hey, look, wasn't I with you last night? We're not with you last night. I was not with that other girl. I was with you. Tell my girl that I was with you. And your homeboy don't want to betray you, so you know they up here like, girl, you know he was with me. Like, look, you the only person he ever talks about. Like, you make like you the one girl. But it's so crazy, like, y'all, to see this played out in real life, like trying to backtrack and bring people in to co-sign it just because he got caught up and things didn't go the way he wanted to.
Trying to record everyone's ats in this video so that everyone still gets their credit, but I will also put them in the description below. Also, he calls him his partner in some videos, and then he's his friend and his roommate in another one. So it's kind of like, just pick your lie, dude.
I've been asked this question so many times.
That bad actor in the tiny shorts is Rathekendoll, or as I like to call him, Rather cunt. During his bizarre audition tape, he says that he doesn't get booked in the modelling industry because of diversity. Pretty sure it's because you're a massive twat to people on your lives. Also, it's a bit rich you mentioning diversity when you're openly misogynistic, homophobic and transphobic. On one occasion, you say these comments to a small child. I'm getting the word nonce. If you don't end up on a register, as well as being entirely unbookable. I followed him for a short time. What I saw on his lives was shocking. The arrogance, the narcissism, the emptiness of him. But one particularly disturbing moment was when he told one commenter on the live stream to kill. Words were slaughter themselves, like the pig they are. He told them to use a knife, and he told them to do it on a live stream, the day after Mental Health Day. Look out for it in part 2.
Not only does she clearly say this, my dog is barking, I'm sorry, but yeah, she's got the receipts. I've got the video. I'm going to put it in here, and you're going to see him telling someone to do that and live stream it, because that's just the kind of person he is. Major trigger warning here, so I will timestamp it in the description for you if you want to skip this part, but this is the receipt.
And stuff, but seeing as you're not very good at reading people, that'll be nice. Do it in some sort of creative way. Try and do it online. Record yourself so we can get some sort of entertainment out of it. That would be lovely. Thank you for providing something that I find interesting. Maybe with a knife. Put it on something. Fall over it. Hopefully your neck connects with it and you bleed out everywhere. Like the slaughtered pig that you are. Thank you.
This man clearly has no respect for people. And he doesn't understand that his actions have consequences. So now that people are showing him his actions have consequences, he is backpedaling really, really hard. The next video I'm going to show is kind of what came out to expose the whole situation in the first place. It's by Budget Jason Statham.
So this is fun. His Instagram is linked to his bio, and all of his sponsorships are linked on his Instagram. Damn, it'd be a shame if they got a bunch of messages showing the type of person they're supporting.
You seem negative towards LGBT people, probably because they shouldn't exist. What's your opinion about trans men? You mean women? Women that are pretending to be men? Yeah, that's my opinion.
Oh, and in case the homophobia and transphobia don't do it for you, this is the way he likes to speak to children.
Yeah, you love being on your knees. Land on your feet. A man lands on his feet. Girls get on their knees. Come on, lick the slimy part. You're going to get used to licking slimy parts later on down the line anyway. Well, I'm not going to lick that snail. You're the one that's going to lick that snail.
No, you. I did, you too, so you have to.
Now, I'll give you another thing to lick if you like.
What?
So, actually die from licking snails, fingers crossed.
The snail just...
So I don't know, maybe we just don't fucking do that with this guy.
So there's all the receipts on exactly what happened, what the situation is all about. Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed because, like, I thought he might have been cool, and he was talking about, like, how people don't have the fragile masculinity. And turns out he's a huge fucking douche. I know that it was mentioned a few times that he's a racist, but I didn't really show any of the specific receipts on that. So I'm going to insert them here. A TikToker called xMuova. I think that's their name. I know their pronouns are they. Anyway, I'm going to post them here.
Asians, I really do not find Asians attractive. But you're still going to find some Asians attractive, right? You're always going to find attraction in all ethnicities. There are some absolutely beautiful black women that I have seen, but I would never be with them. But that doesn't mean that I don't appreciate their beauty. I think they're absolutely stunning, but they're not what I'm attracted to. So no, I would never date someone brown.
This is what it looks like when you fetishize people and say that you don't like certain races, but then continue to enforce the type of person that you like, i.e. light skin, light eyes, thinner nose than you, and straight hair. Just say you like white bitches.
So Disaster Basket on TikTok, he is a trans creator, has a bunch of videos with all kinds of evidence to back up what he's saying. And Ross said, well, this is a social experiment for only a couple of days, but the receipts are from months ago, and people had been trying to tell people before that. I didn't know. I wasn't really on TikTok that long, but yeah, so that's been entertaining for sure. Yeah, but go check him out. To my earlier point, though, someone is trying to diagnose this man with psychopathy, which is a subset of a disorder called antisocial personality disorder. And I have most of a master's degree in psychotherapy. Like, I actually have the credentials. And I'm not about to go about diagnosing people with psychopathy from a couple videos. He's an asshole. He's an asshole. He's not a psychopath. He might be a narcissist. But, you know, you can't diagnose people from a couple videos. Please do not send any hate or harassment to anyone mentioned in this video. I understand you might be upset, but you don't want to stoop to their level. As well, if you want to contact his sponsors, that is your prerogative to let them know what kind of a person he is. But this video is not to entice bullying, harassment, and all the clips used are protected under U.S. fair use copyright law. So, yeah. But anyway, if you have any thoughts, or if you were surprised or upset, or if you have any questions about the studies I mentioned, I only mentioned one, feel free to ask me in the comments, and I'd be happy to answer.